The invisible gravity of the self. Have you ever sat in total silence and watched how a shadow behaves? If you run toward it, reaching out with desperate hands, it retreats. It mocks your effort by staying exactly out of reach. But the moment you stop, turn your back, and begin walking toward your own light, it follows. It clings to your heels. It becomes an inseparable part of your journey. Life operates on this exact frequency. Attraction is no different. We are currently suffocating in a culture of more. You have been conditioned to believe that to be seen, you must be loud. To be wanted, you must be impressive. You've been told that attraction is a performance, a carefully curated display of status, wealth, or manufactured confidence. But there is a silent, brutal truth that exists beneath the noise. It is a truth that separates the man who begs for a seat at the table from the man who is the table. The question you must ask yourself in the quiet hours of the night is this: why is it that the very things you believe are making you attractive are actually the weights making you weak? The reality is uncomfortable. Most men are playing a game they've already lost because they're playing by the wrong rules. They're building a facade, decorating a house that has no foundation. They're seeking to be chosen, forgetting that the most magnetic force in the universe isn't a plea, it's a presence. The anatomy of the chase, a declaration of lack. Let us look at the hunt. When you chase a woman, when you orbit her life, waiting for a signal, overanalyzing a text, or placing her on a pedestal of your own making, you are not showing interest, you are issuing a public declaration of your own insufficiency. Chasing is a biological signal of a deficit. It tells the world, and it tells her, that you are not complete within your own skin. You are searching for a missing piece of your puzzle in someone else's eyes. This is the ultimate repellent. A woman at her core is not looking for a man she can complete. She is looking for a man of mastery. She is searching for a center. She is drawn to the man who, when he enters a room, doesn't scan the faces for approval or validation. He enters carrying his own world, his own values, and his own mission. He is a sun in his own right, and the sun never asks the planets for permission to shine. Stoicism, the ancient wisdom of emperors and slaves alike, teaches us that the highest form of tragedy is being a prisoner to the opinion of others. If your mood, your self-worth, or your sense of manhood depends on a smile or a response from someone else, you are not a leader. You are a reaction. You are a leaf in the wind, and there is nothing less attractive than a man who cannot stay grounded in his own storm. The Stoic inversion, magnetic stillness. The modern world confuses being cold with being stoic, but Stoicism is not about the absence of emotion, it is about the abundance of self. It is about building an inner citadel, a place within you that remains untouched by the chaos of the outside world. Imagine a man who cannot be moved. He is not shattered by a no, nor is he intoxicated by a yes. He remains the same. This stability creates an almost terrifyingly beautiful aura. It is the aura of sufficiency. It is the energy of a man who wants for nothing because he has mastered the art of being everything he needs. Most men live in a state of outcome dependency. They do X to get Y. They are nice to get a date. They work out to be noticed. This transactional way of living is transparent. People can smell the hidden agenda. They can sense the neediness vibrating off you, and neediness is the death of desire. The secret that makes 95.7% of women, and indeed the world, chase you is not a psychological trick or a pickup line. It is the internal shifting of the center. It is the radical act of realizing that you are the prize, not from a place of ego, which is just another form of insecurity, but from a place of deep,
quiet respect for your own time, your own energy, and your own purpose. The sacred task of non-attachment. True magnetic power is revealed in the one thing most men are too afraid to do, the ability to walk away. A man who has a sacred task, a mission that is more important to him than temporary pleasure, simply doesn't have the emotional bandwidth to beg for attention. His time is his most precious currency, and he does not spend it on those who do not recognize its value. When a woman realizes that you are not available to the point of desperation, when she sees that your life is vibrant, heavy with meaning, and moving forward with or without her presence, that is when the dynamic flips. Suddenly, you are no longer a fan in the audience of her life. You are the mystery she wants to solve. You have become the stable power in an unstable world. We are not drawn to the fire that desperately tries to burn us just to prove it's hot. We are drawn to the sun, which stays in its place, burning with an eternal purpose, indifferent to whether we choose to look at it or not.
The fortress of the mind. There is a specific kind of silence that a powerful man carries. It isn't the silence of having nothing to say. It's the silence of having nothing to prove. Most men are loud. Their clothes are loud, their social media is loud, and their desperation is the loudest of all. They are constantly broadcasting. Look at me, validate me, tell me I'm enough. But the Stoic man knows that the moment you seek a witness for your greatness, you have already surrendered your throne. The secret that makes the world turn toward you is internal sovereignty. 1. The death of outcome dependency. We have been conditioned to live life as a series of transactions. If I am kind, she should like me. If I work hard, I should be promoted. If I am loyal, I should be rewarded. But the universe doesn't owe you a thing. When you approach a woman or a business deal with a specific need for a certain result, you are inherently weak. You're a beggar disguised as a participant. Stoicism introduces a concept called the reserve clause. It means you act with 100% intensity, but you remain 100% indifferent to the result. Imagine a man who asks for what he wants, but his pulse doesn't rise if the answer is no. That man is dangerous. That man is magnetic, because if no doesn't break him, then he is truly free. When you detach your self-worth from her response, you stop performing. And when you stop performing, your true, raw character emerges. Women don't chase performers, they chase realities. 2. Emotional control as a superpower. The modern man is a slave to his nervous system. He gets a notification and his dopamine spikes. He gets ignored and his cortisol rises. He is a puppet pulled by the strings of external events. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Be like the promontory against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it." Think about the last time you felt rejected. Did you lash out? Did you send a double text? Did you sink into a pit of self-doubt? That reaction is what makes you common. The 95.7% of men fail because they are predictable. They react exactly how society expects them to. But the man who remains composed, the man who can look at chaos or a cold shoulder and remain unmoved, creates a psychological vacuum. People begin to wonder, what does he know that I don't? Why isn't he affected by me? Your lack of a negative reaction is the most powerful action you can take. It signals that your internal world is so vast and so stable that no external person has the key to your peace. 3. Purpose over pleasure, the mission-first mindset. Here is a truth that will sting. If a woman is the most important thing in your life, you are not ready for a woman. A man without a mission is a man without a spine.
When you make a person the center of your universe, you turn them into your God. And no human being wants the burden of being someone else's God. It's exhausting, it's unattractive, it's heavy. Women are biologically and psychologically drawn to men who are going somewhere. They want to be a part of a moving train, not the reason the train is sitting in the station. The Stoics focused on the internal goal. Your mission isn't to get a girl. Your mission is to master your craft, to build your body, to sharpen your mind, and to serve your community. When you are deeply immersed in your purpose, your energy shifts from searching to expanding. You become a force of nature, and you'll find that when you are busy building your empire, the citizens begin to flock to it. You don't have to go out and collect people. Your growth creates its own gravity. 4. The art of the quiet exit. A Stoic man knows his value, and therefore he knows when his value is not being respected. Most men try to convince people to like them. They argue, they explain, they apologize for things they didn't do. The powerful man simply exits, quietly, without a scene, without an explanation. If a situation no longer serves your growth, or if your presence is being taken for granted, you withdraw your energy, not as a game, but as a boundary. This willingness to lose her is exactly what makes her afraid to lose you. It is the ultimate display of self-respect.
The law of the unseen. We have built the foundation. We have reinforced the walls. Now we enter the inner sanctum. There is a final, elusive quality that separates the man who is merely noticed from the man who is remembered. It is the quality of scarcity. In an age of total accessibility, being unavailable is a revolutionary act. Most men are too available. They are available to every distraction, every text, every whim of the people around them. They are like a book that is left open in a public square. Everyone can read it, so nobody bothers to buy it. The Stoic man is a closed volume. He is not a secret, but he is a mystery that must be earned. 1. The law of scarcity and value. Economics and human psychology share a fundamental truth. That which is abundant is cheap. That which is rare is priceless. If you are always there, always replying, always checking in, you are devaluing your own existence. You are signaling that your time is not being utilized for anything of importance. Stoicism teaches us the premeditation of evils, the practice of imagining loss. When you are not constantly in someone's face, you give them the gift of missing you. You allow them to feel the vacuum created by your absence. If your life is truly filled with purpose, if you are training, learning, and building, your absence isn't a game, it is a reality. You aren't playing hard to get, you are hard to get because you are busy doing hard things. 2. The weight of a man's word. A man's presence is only as heavy as his word. Stoic philosophy places a massive emphasis on integrity, the alignment of what you think, what you say, and what you do. Most men talk too much. They make promises they don't keep. They brag about plans they haven't started. This creates a leaky energy. People sense that your words are light, and if your words are light, your attraction is hollow. A magnetic man speaks less than necessary. When he says he will be somewhere, he is there. When he says he will accomplish something, it is already as good as done. This reliability creates a sense of safety and order. Women are not just drawn to excitement, they are drawn to stability. In a chaotic world, a man who is a man of his word is like an anchor in a storm. They chase the anchor because it is the only thing not moving when the waves get high. 3. The final inversion, becoming the sanctuary.
We began this journey by asking why men chase. We end it by realizing that the ultimate goal of Stoicism is to become a sanctuary. Most men look at a woman and see someone who can give them happiness, sex, or status. They are consumers. The Stoic man looks at the world and asks what he can order with his presence. When you stop being a consumer of validation and start being a creator of value, the entire world shifts. You become the sanctuary. You are the one who is calm when everyone else is panicking. You are the one who is disciplined when everyone else is indulgent. You are the one who is silent when everyone else is screaming for attention. That is the shocking truth. Women do not chase you because of your car, your height, or your jawline. Those are just the invitation. They chase you because of the space you hold. They chase the feeling of being in the presence of a man who is truly, deeply, and unshakably content with himself. The question of the soul. As we close this meditation, I want to leave you with one final Stoic observation. Marcus Aurelius sat in his tent on the edges of the Roman Empire, the most powerful man on earth, and wrote to himself, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." If you are watching this because you want to be attractive, you are still looking outside. The most attractive thing you can ever do is to stop needing to be attractive. To reach a point where if the world loved you, you would be the same, and if the world hated you, you would be the same. That is the unshakable man. He is the one who has found the prize within his own chest. He is the one who has stopped the chase because he has finally arrived at his own front door. And the beautiful irony, once you stop needing them to chase you, they won't be able to look away. The journey to self-mastery is long and it is lonely, but it is the only road worth walking. Go out today, not to be seen, but to be real. What is the one thing in your life right now that you are chasing too hard? Maybe it's time to let it go and see if it's strong enough to find its own way back to you.